Okay, how do you feel this morning? In this moment? Touching this mud? Wow, I feel more alive.
I feel good. Look, I feel like it's a beautiful day. The rain has subsided. We've got the earth under our feet.
Yeah, we do.
And
It's
I'm here with you.
Yeah. Sis.
So it's a good combination. Early mornings.
It is a good combo. So I think today, the first thing we're going to talk about, we should start the basics.
Do you think we should walk like this the entire way?
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, let's start with the basics.
Let's start with the
strip
basics.
it way back.
Let's strip it way back. What's your favorite color? Let's get to know each other a little bit.
Yeah, cool. I like this. This is a fun game. Yeah. I think that my favorite color...
Wait, let me guess.
Ooh, this is a good idea. Go on then. And based on my personality, what do you think my favorite color is?
Yellow.
Yellow?
Yeah. Your face was not.
I was like, you don't know me at all.
What?
No, I think my favorite color... You're just yelling out random colors now. I think my favorite color is probably...
Purple. No.
I don't... Okay, my favorite color is probably orange.
Dang, that was my first instinct, and I was like, no, I've never seen you wear orange.
It's not even about what I wear, though. I feel like it's... For me, I mean, I don't really wear that much color anyway. But you can't really just be like, it's black.
You could.
It's orange.
Okay. Orange.
What's your favorite color? Are you orange too?
Nope. Okay,
right. Are you going to say something super obscure? You're going to be the absence of color is my favorite color.
Now we're talking.
Yeah.
My favorite color is clear.
Translucent.
Yeah.
I feel like I've grown and got to know you a bit better today, Roy.
I know. I feel like I never had a sister, but I feel like I know what it would be like to have one from hanging out with you.
I feel the same. I actually know what it's like to have a brother, but you're also like a brother to me. Which is nice. Isn't that nice when you get to connect like that? Family is the best feeling in the world.
Yeah, it really is. We've been through some stuff. We had a flood recently.
The Great Flood.
Great Flood.
Of California.
Which was great. We handled it very well.
I feel like you get into those situations and you really start to realize who's what role, you know? In a, I want to say life or death. Is that a bit dramatic?
No, because it felt like it at the time.
Yeah.
We thought we were going to be underwater. What do you think your role is?
I think in a situation under pressure, I provide some sort of, I don't know, I'd like to think that I'm good under pressure.
You're great under pressure.
And I'm kind of like a calmer of energy.
Yeah, I feel like you do have just in general this like very protective, nurturing force, like strength, and you help people to feel very comfortable, even in an extreme situation, or even in a like if you go to a party, you're just like, hey, you good?
Yeah.
And you were like, and you really mean it.
I think people. I think being welcoming and open and kind, you can't really take that stuff for granted. And I feel like I attract that sort of energy.
Yeah, you definitely do.
So it's nice to be able to kind of, to be open like that, you know?
Yeah.
I think that comes with age though as well.
Yeah, and experience. I mean, you've been through so much, and I guess that's something we could talk about too, like your journey as an artist, and even getting now to Arco and what you're doing. Like, tell the people, like, the path, the the story? Like, how did you start making music? Why?
I think you and I have talked loads about how we have kind of similar experiences of the music industry. It's like there is no one way about it. And that's something I've learnt after doing it for what feels like a whole lifetime. I guess my journey has been, like anything, up and down, and has taken me to different places. I live in London now, and, I was 21 and I moved to the other side of the world to kind of figure out what I wanted to do and how I could figure out a way to, make my dreams reality. And it's not always what it seems, but, there's moments of greatness, and there's the opposite, which is sometimes you feel it's impossible. And, I've gone through a solo career phase in my life. I've had some backup dancers. I've done it all.
Yeah.
And that wasn't for me. Well, not for right now anyway. And then, now I'm doing something in a duo called Arco, which is dance leaning, and it feels really fun and free. And I think it's great for me because I can just make music that reflects how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
And right now I'm feeling fun, I'm feeling fresh, and I've got good energy around me. So, ups and downs, but I feel like I have a huge amount of gratitude for, I don't know, I feel like if I hadn't been able to feel the extremes or the polarities, I just don't know if I would have as much, gratitude for it. I feel things quite deeply, which is nice.
Yeah, I feel like, sometimes as a kid, like, so much of who you are, it's like already there when you're a kid. And if you feel things really deeply in that way, there has to be some kind of outlet for that. And I feel like that's a lot of artists, a lot of creative people. Like, you're someone that I consider very tuned in with the world around you, and you feel a lot, and you're very empathetic, and you feel that in your music.
This is so nice.
What?
I feel like we're on an episode of This Is Your Life, and you're like hosting it for me, and you're like saying all these amazing qualities about me, and I'm just like, yes, tell me more.
Tell me more.
I think as a child, like, I feel like, I think we spoke about this briefly in our off-screen moments. But when you're a child, there are very little limitations, and you're able to kind of dream big and be ambitious and believe that things are for you.
Yeah.
And as you get older, you're conditioned to stay within certain parameters, and it becomes a lot more limited, and options start to shut down, and you take a more realistic approach to living and career and being and relationships. Realistic.
Yeah.
Or what is expected of us. And as a child, as I've gotten older now, I'm no longer a child. As I've gotten older, I've been able to open myself back up to those like childlike qualities that allow me to, I think, I don't know, maybe it's just me being more positive, and that makes my experience, better. Or maybe there is some kind of, magic at work, and you have that when you're a child, and then you lose it. And then, you end up regaining that if you choose to,
I think that's kind of one of the goals of being a human is you're a child, but then you go back to being a child. Like, you go through your like adult and like the whatever real world.
Yeah.
But then it's like it's rediscovering who you were in your natural state. Because when we're kids, so often like we know things, but we don't know why we know them. Or you feel things, or you feel an emotion, and kids are geniuses. But then you have to go like through this like process of, well, this is thinking and this is rational thought and this is how to do things. And it's an important step, but then it's important to go back to, in some ways, your intuition, you could say, is that childlike place and that like that pure, like you were talking about Arco and just like, I'm just having fun.
Yeah.
And I feel like this. And it's connecting with like maybe a place like when you're a kid, like I'm having fun and like I'm just doing music because I like to do it and I want to sing these cool songs and dance and dress in weird shit.
I'm like, the weirder the better. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like, especially after the last couple of years we've had, a lot of people are returning to this place of like stripping things back and seeing life for what it is, which is, you know, it's a beautiful, crazy, bitchy thing, and it can be painful, and it can be, you know, it can be all different types of things. Oh, we're going off road, Roy.
Yep.
Take the English girl to the LA. I'm Australian. I feel really, I've just gone on a tangent now. I'm talking about nationality.
Hey, it wouldn't be a
America.
conversation if it wasn't a tangent.
I love how I went from life is like this to I'm now off road in America.
I think I predominantly speak in tangents.
Oh yeah. That's when the best conversations happen though.
Yeah, because then all of a sudden we're talking about like grass.
Yeah.
What is grass?
Did you speak to me about this the other day? What is grass?
Probably.
I don't know. It's either
It starts as a seed.
I feel like we should be racing
And once
up
the
this.
seed dies, you want to race?
Okay.
You're done.
I'm not
You're
as good as I
toasted.
wish I would
You're
be.
toasted.
I'm in my fur.
What's the most difficult decision you've ever had to make to fulfill your destiny, Mali-Koa?
I think moving. Wow, why did we run up that hill? We woke up and we said sports. Today we choose sports.
I choose fitness.
Moving from Australia to London as a young person, I think really challenged me in like amazing ways. I was able to take myself out of my environment. It was the best thing for me in terms of like discovering who I was, what I wanted, my capability. And against a lot of odds, I think.
That is huge though. Moving to another country when you're 16.
No, 21. Where he's like, you were 9? You were 9 years old.
Headlines here. We're all about headlines. Mali-Koa moves to another country when she's 13 and a half.
Molly, 7 years old, decides to leave.
Orphaned.
7 years old, orphaned. No, I moved when I was 21. But I mean, I may as well have been 13. I felt really young still. And I remember thinking as I was leaving, it was all out of, I was like, I'm young, I want to figure this out. Like, I don't know what my destiny is, but maybe it's somewhere that's not here. And I remember thinking as I was on the plane, all my family were like, is this like a good idea? And I had no idea, but obviously I brazenly believed in myself as a teenager. I was like, this is my destiny. But as I was taking off, I had like the seat handles and I was thinking, this is a terrible idea. I was scared.
Of course.
Because I was like, I don't know anybody over there. I don't have any friends. I don't have like a job. I don't have that much money. I didn't really have anything. And that's like what it is to, I think, like be young and take a chance on yourself and just figure it out as you go along, I suppose.
Do you think there was like that thing in you that knew on some deep level that it was about the journey that you were going to take? Like, I feel like whatever it is we decide to do, like whether that's music or could be anything, but like that's secondary to like the path that you take and the journey and the things you go on and the things you have to go through and like discover about yourself along the way. I feel like we've talked about that quite a bit,
Yeah.
where like it's letting go of the thing because thing is just guiding you to becoming you.
Yeah, I think you wanna do. Yeah, I think my main purpose in life is to discover who I am in this big old world, you know. And music and stuff is a byproduct of, or art or anything that we create is a byproduct of us and our well-being. And knowing yourself deeply and having like a grasp on that and being like, yeah, I like this, I don't like this. I'll accept this, I won't accept that. This is my place, this is what I have to offer, this is my value, you know, like in creating that for yourself.
Yeah.
It just adds to those things and they're just kind of facets of the journey. The journey of life.
Journey.
When you're trying the journey. But I think like my greatest pleasure has been in getting to know myself and being proud of myself and showing up for myself and same as you, we've spoken about it before, you know, putting yourself in a position where you are challenged and there's growth and there's, you know, fear and it's faced. I think that's like, and now I have I realize and respect my body and my mind so much more because I know that that's stuff that I've been able to kind of come up against. But yeah, the journey.
The journey.
I think this year has been an exciting and I'm just, so basically, obviously I live in London and I'm going back and I've kind of been on this life hiatus where I've taken some time to kind of reflect, as all creatives need to do. And now I'm about to get back into it. And isn't it funny? Because sometimes I say to you, imagine if we didn't do what we did.
What do you think you would do if you weren't making music?
If I wasn't making music, what would I do as a career?
Yeah. Or just in general.
I've always loved music. I think that I would probably...
What if music didn't exist?
If music didn't exist...
There's no music.
I'd probably do something... I don't know, in the community. I get a lot of like... I feel like that's such a... I'm like, I'd work in the community and I would help my... I would help my... I guess I would try and do something that was a bit... I like people. I like talking to people. I like getting to know more about people. So I think that I would kind of want to kind of be a bit more involved in that side of things. And young people especially, I think, you know, going through... There's a lot of amazing, challenging things that I feel I could shed a bit of light on. But, you know, I don't really know. Should I say something a bit more crazy?
No, you
Do you want me to be crazy, Roy?
You can say whatever you want. Okay.
What would you do?
If you were going, well, first,
Race car driver.
ooh,
I think you'd be a really good rally car driver.
I think I would too, actually.
You've got the need for speed.
I do have the need for speed.
Wow.
I'd be a great race car driver.
You would be.
I'd probably be like an Egyptologist. I used to want to be that.
Yeah, you
Or
did
some
say
kind
that
of
you'd be an Egypt.
archaeologist.
That's much cooler than...
No, it's
Like,
not.
I need to rethink
yours,
my
yours is
answer.
like helping people.
Yeah.
Mine's like helping people who are long dead for thousands of years.
You do have like a love for the unknown. And I guess like Egyptologist is more like history based. What's an Egyptologist? You just study Egypt?
Study Egypt. But I would want to be one that's like really getting to the bottom of things.
Would you be there with your like fossils and your brush?
Yeah, I'd be there with my crystals, and I'd be like,
Or it would be like less facts, more crystals.
yeah, more vibes.
What would you hope to learn though? What does it need to, is it just about like what came before?
See, this is my thing with discovering like unknowns, or whether that's like Egyptology or history, is I love stories.
Yeah.
And so like I was always fascinated with the Egyptian mythologies, but even Greek mythology and in Mayan mythology, any mythology, because stories inform us of who we are. And those stories inform those people of those days, but they're still the same things we go through today.
Yeah.
And so I think learning about different civilizations and the stories they had teach us who we are now, and even help us to like create new mythologies and new stories that can help guide us. Because stories like, you know, when you watch a movie and you're like, wow, I just learned something about like myself.
Yeah.
Or the human condition.
Yeah.
Or a song can do that.
You do that with your music though.
I make my best attempts to
Yeah.
have like kind of a modern mythology approach.
The Jagwar Twin mythology.
Yeah.
That's the name of the record.
Mythology. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess the beauty about storytelling and us as artists is, yeah, we can create and share a little bit about what our beliefs are and how we perceive the world and
Yeah.
the things that we, you know, the things that we have. I'm sinking into the mud. Yeah, we can kind of give.
PTSD.
I know. I'm literally like after the Great Flood.
Oh.
The muds have me shooketh.
That flood was crazy.
Yeah.
Literally cars underwater.
Cars underwater. I've never been through anything like that, and
Watch out for
obviously
this massive hole.
that's crazy. LA's just not built for rain.
It's
But you were telling me something about how it's the year of the water rat.
the water rabbit.
Water rabbit.
Yeah.
Not
water
rat. I'm just out here spreading fake mythology.
The water piglet.
It's the year of the water squirrel.
I've seen a lot of water. Haven't seen any rabbits yet.
Yeah. I just love how you have such a positive spin on everything, because as it was slowly rising, you're like, well, I did hear it was the year of the water rabbit. I thought, okay, right.
Oh, this makes sense.
Okay, this makes complete sense.
We're
to me
good
now.
then. We're good.
So we're gonna be fine, right?
Yeah. It's just part of it.
This is gonna be the most interesting
this.
Jagwar Twin.
Wow.
You said to me, come and have a leisurely walk with me.
Yeah.
As I'm,
Oh.
yeah, but that was crazy.
It really was.
Are you looking forward to 2023? We're here.
that this
it's
year?
in it. We're in it.
That's this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. I think I'm learning to let go more this year. That's, I think, my lesson of this year is to keep letting go
Yeah.
of anything extraneous.
Yeah. What were our resolutions? We did speak about this. We guessed each other's resolutions based
We
on
did?
people's personality. Do you remember we played that game? And everybody had to guess
What was
what the
yours?
other person. You guessed mine right.
I did?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, it was to have more fun.
Have more fun.
Yeah.
I think it's because we spoke about this. You can put so much pressure on yourself,
Yeah.
even to have a good time.
Even pressure to have
I
a
should
good
be
time.
having fun.
Yeah.
I should be, are we all having fun?
Yeah.
And I think, yeah, like in tangent with your letting go of things in 2023, I'm the same. I want to just have a good time. I want to enjoy my life. I don't want to, obviously it's all within reason. But
Yeah, but just being is it.
yeah,
Like, and sometimes it's so hard to just be and be present. Like even now, I'm like, oh, I'm cold. But
I'm
like,
feeling battered. I'm feeling cold.
but
But you just being with me right now?
now I'm like, oh wait, we're just being.
All right, cool. Let's just be.
Let's sit down.
Okay. No,
It's just like really muddy. I was like,
I was
nah.
like, hang on, I'm in my fur coat. This guy's crazy.
Let's just be.
I think it's hard to just be. I think I spent
I think it's the
the
hardest
better
thing.
part of 10 years of my life figuring out how to let go.
Yeah.
You know, when you're young and ambitious and driven, everything is this close and you want things, and we've spoken about this, you want things so bad, whether it's like a partner or love or a career or a house or stability or emotional security. You want things, so you try so hard to hold them in your hands. But then I feel like every year you and I come back together, we spend a bit more time, and then this year we were like, oh, we just gotta chill.
Yeah.
We just need to relax, just be, like, allow things to come to you, not allow, not be in that situation where you're trying to force it. The universe is like, nah,
No, because you're not ready.
you're not ready for this.
Yeah. And when you want it so bad,
There's nothing wrong with it.
totally push it away.
Yeah. But there's that analogy of the sand in the bucket. I don't know if it's gonna come off.
No, do it. You got
So
this.
there's sand in a bucket, and you try and pour water through the bottom of the bucket, and there's so many grains of sand. No, this analogy's not gonna work.
Keep going. This is great. There's sand. We got
Okay.
sand. We got a bucket.
We got sand, a bucket. Okay, maybe you can save
Okay.
this.
Okay. So
You can somehow twist this to make it relevant.
yeah.
So then the other bucket has rocks in it.
Okay.
Don't judge me, by the way. This is a metaphor.
Okay. So far we have sand.
We have sand in a bucket, trying
we
to
got
pour.
another bucket with rocks in it.
We got bigger boulders,
Yeah.
less resistance,
Right.
more space for water to flow.
So you pick up both of the buckets.
Yeah.
And then the bucket full of rocks you hold in your left hand. The bucket of sand you hold in your right hand. Then you jump into the ocean
Yeah.
with the buckets of rocks and sand, and you're sinking down. And then as you're sinking, you say, oh, I gotta let go. And you let go.
Yeah.
And then you float to the top.
And that is a metaphor.
And that is a metaphor.
I was trying to think of whether that was gonna work.
That's how songwriting works.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
I thought you were gonna wrap it back around with just letting it be. You just let it be.
It was that in my head, but I didn't close the loop.
As opposed to, and then you just let go of the buckets and you float to the top.
I thought it was self-explanatory that it was a metaphor, but you're right. Should have made that one more clear.
I think what I was trying to get at, I don't know, you hold things too tightly, they'll slip away from you, which is like the irony of life,
Yeah,
The harder you try, sometimes the less easy it becomes.
it's very true. And then when you stop trying, everything becomes so easy.
Yeah, we've definitely had moments where we've been like, wow, if I had just thought to just relax or just...
Yeah.
And what's the saying? Anything that is for you will not pass you by.
Yeah, real.
If it passes you by, it's not for you. Profound. Wherever you go, that's where you'll be.
Wherever you go, there you are.
Wherever you are, that's where you are. But yeah, that's sort of been my accumulation of 10 years of learning. 10 years, Roy. 10 years of learning. I look real young for my age.
You do.
But
You look great.
I'm 31. I'm glad I'm 31 because it's been real.